Economic hardship in St. Kitts and Nevis, a consequence of government reforms, legal issues, and social program cuts. St. Kitts and Nevis is grappling with significant economic difficulties following government mismanagement of the Citizenship by Investment (CBI) program, legal entanglements, and reductions in social support. The CBI program, once contributing 60% of the nation's GDP, has been undermined by hasty reforms, resulting in widespread hardship for businesses and low-income citizens. Compounding the issue, recent reintroductions of the fuel surcharge on electricity for businesses and cuts to the Poverty Alleviation Program, APE, have worsened the economic situation. 1. Economic mismanagement. Upon taking office, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew faced an economy heavily dependent on CBI revenues. Rather than maintaining the program while exploring new industries, the administration initiated abrupt reforms that drastically cut CBI inflows. With no alternative revenue sources to replace this loss, the economic impact on the nation, particularly on low-income citizens and businesses, has been severe. 2. Swift reforms and political pressures. Before taking power, Prime Minister Drew criticized the CBI program, particularly its use in projects like the controversial prison construction. Upon assuming office, his government acted swiftly to reform the program in an effort to address perceived corruption. However, these unplanned changes destabilized the CBI and significantly reduced revenues, worsening the financial situation across the nation. 3. Legal complications. Further complicating matters is the RICO, Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations, case filed in the U.S. involving the Attorney General and other officials, which centers on allegations of corruption related to the CBI program. This legal pressure likely led to the government's rapid reforms, but instead of restoring trust, these changes deepened the country's economic instability. 4. Prime Minister's acknowledgement of hardship. During the introduction of the CBI reform bill, Prime Minister Drew acknowledged the economic difficulties ahead, comparing them to labor pains during childbirth. However, despite recognizing the challenges, the government failed to introduce adequate strategies to protect the most vulnerable citizens. 5. Impact on the poor. Reduction of the Poverty Alleviation Program. The government's actions have disproportionately affected the poor. The Poverty Alleviation Program, which initially provided $500 per month to low-income households, has seen drastic cuts, with some beneficiaries now receiving as little as $250. Additionally, over 3,000 people were removed from the program altogether. These reductions, combined with rising living costs, have left many citizens struggling to meet basic needs, exacerbating the economic strain on vulnerable populations. 6. Reintroduction of the fuel surcharge. The recent reintroduction of the fuel surcharge on electricity for businesses, a cost that had previously been removed, has further strained the economy. Businesses already grappling with reduced revenues and inflation now face higher operational costs, which may lead to higher consumer prices, further burdening the wider population. Conclusion: the combination of poorly executed CBI reforms, legal complications, and the reintroduction of the fuel surcharge has placed St. Kitts and Nevis in a precarious economic position. The reductions in social programs like PAP have left the most vulnerable without adequate support. While Prime Minister Drew acknowledged the economic pain these changes would cause, his government's lack of effective strategies to mitigate the damage has resulted in deepening financial distress across the country. Without clear plans for economic recovery or alternative revenue sources, the future remains uncertain, particularly for the country's poorest citizens and struggling businesses.